hunting,
fishing,
cooking,
camping,
conservation,
travel,
gardening,
photography, family.
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 This is the Outdoor Ruhls Podcast.
Hey, everybody. We're doing something different today at the Outdoor Ruhls Podcast. I'm going to be your host. This is Caitlin, Mike's wife. It's 4 o'clock in the morning.
It's almost 5.
Oh. But I don't know. Busy times here at the Ruhl household in Ruhl Household West in Santa Fe, New Mexico. We're squeezing this one in last minute before Mike leaves for a week of work. Mike, yesterday was your birthday.
Indeed it was.
Do you want to tell the listeners how old you are?
I made it all the way to 46.
46.
Seems very old.
Do you feel 46?
Every bit of it. I don't know. I don't know what I expected 46 to feel like, but I feel like I'm getting older.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think kids make you feel younger or older?
Oh, I don't know. That's a good question. I feel like because I'm an old dad, like when I started having kids, everybody was like, oh, kids keep you young. And I don't know that I believe that. I don't know that I feel any older or younger, but I certainly don't feel younger because of the kids. They keep me busy.
I feel like I feel older physically, but sometimes younger at heart with kids.
Yeah. I certainly wrestle more now than I thought I would at 46 years old. Yeah. That's for sure.
Pretty much daily.
Those boys sure like to get their evening wrestling in.
So what about being an older dad?
You know, I think that's probably one of the things that I think about with my life, and particularly with outdoor stuff. So I was 38 when Robert was born? 39?
38.
Yeah, right. And I feel like I really had 20 years worth of hunting and fishing and doing outdoor stuff, like as much as I wanted to and as much as I possibly could, including with work too, like, you know, a lot of field work and camping and horseback stuff and all the other things that came with the jobs that I've had. And I think that being or having all that time to do all those things that I really love doing and wanted to do probably has made me a better dad than I would have been as a younger man, because now I feel like I've had that part of my life and I did that thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not constantly trying to pull away from family to fit that into the same degree that I would have been.
Right. That or feeling resentful about not being able to do it.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. I have absolutely no I feel like almost ever that it's like, oh, I have to do family stuff now. Now, that said, you're a pretty incredible wife in terms of being like, well, you know, go turkey hunting. I'll cover the soccer games and other things. But we don't really do a lot of that. We do most of the hunting and fishing and outdoor stuff as a family. So I like being an older dad, to be perfectly honest with you. I think I just have a different level of patience than I would have 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have they taught you anything?
Have the kids taught me anything?
Yeah.
Oh, they've taught me everything. I don't know. I mean, well, they've taught me a couple things that I can really think of. I mean, one, just straight up, like Robert's joy and passion for doing things. I know, like we talked about it, I had never caught a bullfrog with the intention of eating it until at like 4 years old or whatever. Robert was like, I want to go catch a bullfrog and eat it. Because he saw an Outdoor Boys YouTube video or whatever. And so there's little things like that of just like something totally new. I mean, I think, broader, more philosophically, they've taught me about patience. They've certainly taught me about, finding joy in it through the lens of teaching your own kids to do something. And it's probably, I think it's some of the most joyful parts of outdoor pursuits I've ever experienced. Emmit, I think right now is certainly teaching me, and not in a bad way. I don't mean this to be negative at all, but he's his own person, and whether it's just sort of him being a countercurrent to everything that's going on, or, not wanting to be just like his older brother. Right now, Emmett's just like not into it. And that's okay. I mean, he still goes, but he doesn't, he's just not into it.
Yeah.
And whether that's going to be a lifelong thing or whether that at some point will change, I don't know.
Right.
But I mean, he's teaching, or at least reinforcing, that you can't force it. Like, it's not for everybody. It's not something that everybody's going to love. And, he certainly has had and will continue to have as much opportunity to do this traditional outdoor stuff that I love to do and that we spend so much time doing. But if it's not his thing, that's fine too.
Yeah, maybe it'll lead him to bring us along into some other adventures that we never could have imagined.
I sure hope so.
Do you think you did that for your parents? You think there's any, I guess outdoor or otherwise, but you talked about Robert and the bullfrogs. Do you think there's any interest you had that became a thing your family tried out at some point?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I can't think of anything specific, small, when I was young kind of thing. Definitely being the one in the family that grew up and moved west.
Yeah.
And sort of opened the West as far as having a base of operations. I mean, Mom and Dad came to visit regularly when I lived and worked in Yellowstone. And then Dad, of course, Dad retired. I don't know if we've ever really explained this. Maybe we did, but Dad retired, I think, in 2007, 2008, somewhere in there, because he drew an amazing elk tag in Montana.
I don't think I even knew that.
Yeah, like he was not planning on retiring as early as he did, and then he drew a great elk tag. I'm pretty sure he came out for 5 or 6 weeks.
Huh.
So, I mean, I think in that way, probably I led to some,
sure,
some different and unique adventures for both Mom and Dad. Mom really loved Yellowstone, and she spent quite a bit of time there.
Yeah.
And I always knew that they were really happy that I was there, proud that I was there, because they were, a couple times every summer, they were calling me with the like, oh, we ran into, you remember so-and-so that you played Little League with? Well, we ran into his grandparents and they're going to call you because they're coming to Yellowstone.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. We had some meals and encounters with some of those people that I recall.
Yeah.
It was always fun.
Yeah, no, it was great. It was fun. So, yeah, I don't know. I think I did that for the rural family. But I don't know, on the smaller scale, it would be an interesting thing to ask mom and dad.
Right.
Yeah. And Emmett, back to him, he had an amazing soccer season. He played his first season of soccer this year. Totally killed it. Was really into it. Seems like he has natural talent for it and drive for that in a way that Robert does not.
Yeah.
So again, both great things, just what he's into
and what it's like today.
Yeah.
Tomorrow could be different. But
yeah. I mean, he's 5, so
it was fun watching him every time his team would score.
Yeah.
He'd remind everybody what the score was.
And he seemed just as happy when another team member scored. I was really proud of Emmett. I loved that he stayed engaged in the games. He wasn't the kid sitting there having a snack on the sideline, not paying attention to what was going on, having to be shoved into the game. He was watching, he was cheering his teammates on from the sidelines. He was really into it.
Yeah.
Really fun to watch. And that's that's kind of something that he's given me. I wasn't really into sports. Matt was a really good athlete, but didn't play team sports through high school. He ran and did some other things.
I remember him saying he maybe wrestled briefly.
I think he did like a little bit of everything briefly.
Yeah.
He definitely ran cross country. I think you're right. I think he wrestled for a minute. But yeah, so I don't know. Hopefully, and I love sports, but I'm not good at them. You obviously are, so that's a big difference between the two of us. And hopefully Emmett gets my size and your athletic ability, and he could really be good.
Yeah, organized sports were my life.
Yeah,
that's definitely the adventure I led my parents on, for sure.
Yeah.
Feels familiar.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Well, you asked me first would you ask me how being an old dad has changed me, or?
I just think I said talk about it, basically.
What do you think has changed about me since I've had kids?
I mean, maybe less of an intensity about having a tangible result from an outdoor day, right? I think there is a time where, if we go out, you spend a whole turkey season chasing turkeys, and I'm sure that got in your craw some. But I think compared to Mike before kids, like you accept that and still find the joy in the process. More so, you're not as concerned about the result.
Yeah. My favorite experience turkey hunting this year was definitely the one afternoon that Robert and I, just the two of us, went.
Yeah.
Yeah, we really had fun.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that's the main thing.
Yeah.
We're not waking up at 3:00 in the morning to get horses ready and drive to a trailhead and go hunt elk anymore.
Right.
Which I know part of that is that we don't live in a place where we can do that. Like, our lifestyle that doesn't fit in. But the intensity and, I guess, drive to get to the highest spot on the mountain we can before the sun's up.
Yeah.
It's still there. Trust me. Like, what time did we wake up last weekend to go to Abiquiu? To get on the water?
3:30.
I mean, I guess the pursuit side is still there. It's just, you just seem a little bit more relaxed about it all, I guess.
Yeah.
I know that doesn't sound like it to an average person.
If Niecy's listening to this, she's rolling her eyes.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite family outdoor memory? Like one with your family as you grew up, and then maybe one with the family you've created, or both?
Yeah, I think about Like, I think about outdoor memories. Well, there's a saying like nobody will remember what you said, but they'll remember how you made them feel.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's funny in a situation like this to try to recall individual memories, and somebody might say, oh, I remember shooting my first deer, and I do. But I remember how things made me feel. And I always think about, we did that whole episode about Broadkill Beach, and the place that we used to go to and stay in the summertime on the Delaware Bay. And I remember, specific to that, I remember the feeling of everybody being together, crammed in a house that was probably too small, usually more than one family. I mean, almost never just one family, often some friends, extended family like Davy Schultz. And just feeling this sort of connection to what we were doing outside in terms of the fishing on the bay, and, being together with my family and my grandpas, and I don't know, just absolutely loving both things and the blending of both things. And I think that as far as fondest memories, just when we had those kind of feelings, whether it was deer camp in the summertime or those times down in Broadkill, or Cape Hatteras, North Carolina, any number of things that we did together. And, favorite family moments for us here are like things that are in that vein.
Mm-hmm.
We went last year, I think kind of often, about this. We went last year to Eagle Nest when Mom and Dad visited. That was like in early April or something, right?
Yeah, it was at Easter time.
Yeah. And fishing wasn't very good. The weather was kind of like, it snowed on us a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But your folks went, my folks went. Obviously, the boys were there. And we got there, and Emmett discovered how much he loves hot tubs. And so we just had this like amazing family weekend of everybody being together. We did a bunch of cooking because it was Easter, right?
Mm-hmm.
We did some fishing. I don't remember if we caught a fish. We probably caught some fish, but I know it wasn't great.
Right.
But I think that, kind of thing is in that memory set of things that I love, just because it recreates that feeling. And you can see it in the boys.
Mm-hmm.
I think how much they love that too.
Yes.
And that's what I'm going for. Like, I don't care if Emmett fishes. I don't care if we get a deer. I don't care if we get a turkey. We did a family turkey hunting weekend with some friends a couple weeks back. Same thing, trying to give them that sort of, I don't know if it's a sense of family and community or what it is, but,
yeah,
being together, having fun, creating that bond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. I looked up some questions for this interview.
Yeah.
And I have a series of rapid fire questions.
Oh boy, rapid fire questions
that aren't quite so deep, I guess.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
Favorite fish to catch?
The one that's on the end of my line. I don't know. Freshwater, the one that I get the most satisfaction out of catching walleye.
Mm-hmm.
The one in saltwater right now that I want to pursue more is wahoo.
Okay.
Yep.
Favorite fish to eat?
Freshwater walleye or yellow perch, close second. Probably fresh tuna from saltwater. The yellowfin that we caught in Cabo last winter was amazing.
Mountain, prairie, forest, or ocean?
Ooh. I I don't think I could choose. I mean, I love every one of them. I love Eastern Montana. I love the prairies of Eastern Montana. Obviously, I love the mountains. I can't separate the mountains and the forest, really.
Yeah.
And then saltwater fishing is something that calls me all the time. I couldn't stand the thought of never getting to the ocean again.
Let's say you had to just do one for a year.
Ocean. Okay. But that's probably only because of how much time I've been able to dedicate to the other three.
Right. Not too much ocean here in New Mexico.
No, it's a little tough to get to the saltwater from here.
We've talked about this before, so I'm curious if you have the same answer. Sunrise or sunset?
Sunrise.
Yep.
Unless I'm deer hunting in a tree stand.
One rifle.
Oh, man. That's actually easy for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd take my Kimber Mountain Ascent and 280 Ackley. It's been the best rifle I've ever owned.
One shotgun.
I can't. That's not possible. That doesn't make any sense to me. No, it would be a Remington 870 12 gauge.
And one fishing rod. You and Matt kind of just talked about that.
Yeah, we did just talk about that. Yeah, it would be something medium light, 7-foot medium light. 2000 or 2500 series reel.
Nice.
Are we out of questions?
Yeah.
We're 20 minutes in.
I have other. That was my rapid fire. I'm out of rapid fire.
Those are the rapid fire questions. All right.
Is there anything you thought I was going to ask you that I didn't?
No, I don't know. You didn't. I mean, type of hunting. I don't know.
What type of hunting would you pick?
What type of hunting do you think I would pick?
Upland.
Yeah. I'd chase pheasants in central Montana. Probably only because I know central Montana. I'd chase pheasants somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Not where it was. I don't dream of hunting where it's super good. Because I like pheasant hunting when it's a little bit hard. You want to know that you're going to have encounters during the day, but I don't want it to be too easy.
Mm-hmm.
Because one of the things I really love about pheasant hunting is like where the places and the ways that we've had the opportunity to do it. Like every time you get one, it's kind of special.
Yeah.
Like I feel like if I really thought back, I could remember most of the roosters that we killed around Lewistown, Montana, just because like I feel like we worked for pretty much every one of them.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So you talked about values you want to instill in your kids that you feel like, were part of your childhood and family experience.
Mm-hmm.
What qualities do you think that you have gotten from both your mom and your dad?
Oh, things that I've gotten from mom and dad. Well, I mean, all of it. Yeah. Obvious.
Like what are things you do that are just like what your mom does or your dad does, or ways you think, or things you prioritize?
I'm a planner.
Yeah.
Just like dad.
Yep.
I'm a little bit of a gear nut like dad is. I think that I have mom's love of talking to family.
Uh-huh.
Mom loves to share news, and I definitely got that from her. I mean, I love to talk to my family when something's going on. I pretty much call everybody all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And, but I think probably the biggest thing is to value being nice.
Yeah. I
think my parents are nice people, and I think they taught me to value nice people.
Yeah.
And I just, when you boil it down, I just don't I think there are very few things in life that are more important than just be nice. Learn to be nice. You know, it's not always possible in every situation, and I fail at it constantly. But, you know, I feel like that's what they taught me, and that's what I'm striving for so often, is to be nice. And if there's one thing that I could teach the kids, it's that. It's just be nice.
Yeah.
Try to be nice.
Be kind to people.
Yeah. Even when it's hard, try to be nice to people. I don't know what better thing could you get from your parents than that, I guess.
Yep. I got the same thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Pretty lucky.
Yeah.
Do you have traditions from now or your childhood that you hope never disappear?
Well, yeah. I think I think it goes back to what I said about doing things together in the outdoors as a family. I mean, we're going to, we talked about it. We've been talking about it. We're going to go to Virginia in a couple weeks to be all together with everybody. It would be a real disappointment if that kind of thing ended for the kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If they didn't want to get together, even after I'm long gone, I would love the idea that one of the things that they do or that they get from us, from me, is that they get together if they have families or if they don't, but if they continue to get together throughout their lives the way that me and my siblings do. And, luckily folks are still around and we're still doing, but
right.
That would be the tradition or the legacy, like specifically to the outdoors. It makes me feel good to think that, like, they'll probably continue doing some level of hunting and fishing. But, especially if they don't do one specific thing that I like doing, or, you know what I mean? Like they don't like pheasant hunting, or they don't like this, or they don't like that. Who cares? I'm not worried about that at all.
Yeah.
And if Emmett, if either one of them, if they're not into this, if neither one of them, hunt and fish in the end, I don't know what they're going to do with all the guns and fishing rods they inherit, but, yeah, who cares?
Yeah.
I want them to continue to be a family.
Yeah.
No matter what.
It's funny. What did Robert say to us the other week? So Robert has definitely expressed an interest in being a dad and having a family. Like, I would say that when you talk to Robert about his future, like, oh, what are you interested in? What do you want to be? This, that. Like, the only thing that he seems sure of, which I can't believe he would feel sure of anything at this point.
Yeah.
But it seems like it's that he wants to be a dad.
Right.
He said something funny the other day about it. I don't know. Is it like a reference to you being a grandpa? It got us like freaked out for a second.
Yeah. Right.
But
yeah, he said something about making me a grandpa.
Like,
go,
dude,
slow your roll.
Hold your horses here. You're 7.
You got some time.
Like,
I would love to be a grandpa, but I'm not in any hurry to get there. Oh my
gosh. No. But I think it goes to show you that he already has that strong appreciation for family and being together. And
yeah, he's also got the planning gene.
Yeah.
And
that probably is a big part of it.
I do think you got to pay attention, because it was by this time, by that age, that I was telling Mom and Dad that I was going to live in Montana.
Yeah.
Having never been to Montana or the West, and not to be there for many, many years to follow that. But, so when Robert, when I have this sense that when Robert says he's going to do something, you better pay attention to it, because there's a pretty good chance he's going to bring that about.
But similar to you, like, there may be a place or a pursuit or whatever that he's really hot on, like really interested in. he does it. And like Oslo, for instance, like he wants to go back.
Right.
You're the same. It's like you do something. I can't think of too many places that we've gone or trips we've had where you've done it and then been like, well, I don't need to do that again.
Yeah.
So I guess my point is he may decide that this is the most amazing thing and this is what he wants to do.
Mm-hmm.
But that may morph and he may pivot.
Oh, for sure. You know, you ask me about traditions or legacy. I don't know. That is something that both of the boys have that I love, and probably something that I got from my parents, and something I think that both of us are passing down to the kids is the desire to share things with people.
Mm-hmm.
Robert wants to go back to Oslo, but he always talks about it in the context of taking you and Emmit.
Yeah.
He wants to show you and Emmit Oslo.
Mm-hmm.
He really enjoyed something, and what that drives him to do is to share it with other people.
Right.
And I think that is great.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that is something I'm really proud of the kids for.
Yeah.
And Emmett's the same way. You know, He has a good experience that his first thought is, you know, I want to share this with my family. I want to share this with other people.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't talk too much about your work stuff on here, but broadly.
Yeah.
At 46, what are you proud of having accomplished? What do you feel like you are excited about doing down the road?
What am I proud of professionally?
Yeah.
Boy, I am proud of the fact that, you know, for 20 some years now, I've been actively engaged in conservation work. I'm immensely proud of the time that I spent in Yellowstone working on native fish, where it was really incumbent on me to design and implement projects that benefited native fish, obviously with, you know, huge support from my boss and all the other folks that were there. But, you know, I like to think that there's a few projects in Yellowstone for grayling and for West Slope cutthroat trout and for Yellowstone cutthroat trout that likely wouldn't have gotten off the ground, or at least wouldn't have happened as early as they did without my involvement.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm really proud of that legacy. I mean, I got to be part of finding 2 populations of West Slope cutthroat trout that were, when I got to Yellowstone in 2005, it was largely held that West Slope cutthroat trout were extirpated from the park, so they weren't there anymore. There were no pure West Slope cutthroat trout left. And we found 2 populations.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, really cool.
Yeah. That's pretty awesome.
You know, what I do now and what makes me proud of what I do now is that I get to work and support a whole bunch of people who are doing that same kind of groundbreaking conservation work.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm no longer the tip of the spear.
Mm-hmm.
They are. But I'm proud of the things that I do to support them and to make that easier.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So I don't know. You know, I mean, I think now that I've had 2/3 or more of a career, I mean, I don't want to say cynical, but maybe I am a little bit cynical. I think it gets hard not to be cynical. I mean, one of the cautions that I find myself coming to is like, everybody's replaceable to some level,
mm-hmm.
you know, and I really try not to like overstate my contributions even to myself in terms of like, you know, there's a lot of like, I work with a ton of really, really capable people.
Yep.
And if I weren't around, somebody would pick up the torch and they'd probably do a better job than I do. I don't know. I just, so I'm really proud of the work that I do. But, I also feel like the big thing is the people and,
Mm-hmm.
setting people up to take it over, when I'm not there anymore, I think is probably the biggest accomplishment that I've,
Yeah.
had in my current role.
Seems like the whole point, right?
Yeah. Make everybody, have people ready to do it. Continue the conservation work.
That kind of dovetails into my next thought. I mean, I've heard somewhere that like being a good leader means making yourself obsolete. But what
That's success.
I know.
I think I've made myself obsolete.
Well, what do you think are the best qualities for good leaders?
Well, I mean, I think humility and empathy are probably the best qualities in leadership. One, like you're saying, realizing that the world will go on without you and doing what you can to set people up so that can happen. And then just trying to understand, to understand people and where they're coming from and what they might be going through and, how you can support them, both sort of the physical, administrative kind of support that I really do at work and then emotionally, so that they can continue to be good employees and good human beings and good people. I don't know.
Do you have a mistake that you remember, maybe first professionally, that taught you a really important lesson and then apply that to your outdoor upbringing?
I've made so many mistakes, it's hard to remember individual ones. A specific mistake. I there's things maybe I don't want to talk about, but I would say that I, at 46, looking back on things or how I feel like once I hit 45, that you've pretty much lived half of a life.
Yeah.
If you're lucky.
Yeah.
Right? Like 90 years old, I feel like is that kind of goal in my mind. Like if I get extraordinarily lucky, I'll make it to 90.
Yeah.
And you hit 45 and you're like, okay, well that's definitely been half of it.
Yeah.
Like now we're on the downslope. What did I learn in that first half of it? And I feel like when I was young, I knew everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like at 45 or now 46, I know so much less than I did at 25.
Amazing how that works.
Right. I just, and I really mean everything. I feel like at 25, I knew exactly who I was. I knew who other people were. I knew how people worked. I knew how the world worked. I knew how people thought. I knew who was good. I knew who was bad.
Uh-huh.
And now I feel like I don't know any of that. It's all so much more complex and nuanced. And
yeah,
I think about who I was at 25 professionally, and I think that there were times where I was just absolutely terrible to other people. Whether I was too mission focused or whether I made a hasty decision about who somebody was and whether they were any good at doing fisheries field work, or probably particularly at being a fisheries administrator, you know what I mean, or a conservation administrator or whatever. And I look back, there's certainly a few conversations that I look back on and think I was entirely wrong.
Yeah.
And more importantly, I was a jerk because I wasn't being empathetic to where that other person was coming from. And they had a totally valid point.
I mean, the fact that you can remember that means you probably weren't
And I think I was.
as terrible as you think you were. Okay.
But, and so like in that, there was something that happened, and this wasn't a mistake that I made, but it was something that I was part of. And I won't tell the whole story, but a really high ranking person in our organization had come down really hard on a whole group of us over something that wasn't really in our control.
Mm-hmm.
And did it in a way that was, one, really ineffective, and two, really probably crossed a line in terms of like employee rights. And, he really did something that he shouldn't have done. He took a tack that he really shouldn't have taken, and he threatened people's jobs.
Yeah.
And through that whole process, he ended up apologizing in writing for that. And when we had sort of the final wrap up meeting of that, he said, I have come to understand that other people don't always perceive me in the way that I perceive myself.
Mm-hmm.
And one, that totally changed my opinion of that person. Maybe not in the moment, but in the long lens of history.
Yeah.
And two, it is probably the most professionally important and one of the most personally important lessons I've ever learned. And, it's sort of back to the whole leadership thing. I think that it is incredibly important to keep in mind that other people do not perceive you in the way that you perceive yourself in many situations.
Yeah.
And it's hard to lead people and not understand that. And sometimes it just plain helps because just to know it.
Yeah.
To know that I'm going to have to do something. I'm going to have to deliver a decision. I'm going to have to make a decision. I'm going to, whatever it is. And you just have to know that other people are not going to perceive that decision and perceive you in the way that, maybe is really accurate to the situation, but that there's not much you can do about.
Yeah. You may have the same conversation in the same moment, 3 or 4 people. And not only will they perceive you differently than you perceive yourself, but different interpretations amongst the 3 or 4 people are possible.
Absolutely.
Which makes it pretty hard.
I would say more so.
Yeah.
You can sit in a room with 4 people and they will all leave that room with a different perception of what was said and how it was said and what happened and why decisions were made. And,
right.
That is just the nature of people.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know 25-year-old Mike. When I met you, you were 29.
Yeah.
You weren't terrible to people then.
Oh,
I wouldn't have fallen in love with you.
I wasn't terrible to you. There's other, there might be.
No, you weren't terrible to other people.
Oh, thank you for saying that.
Yeah.
It's never been my goal. I've never wanted to be terrible to people.
No, there's a lot of growing up that happens in your 20s. A lot.
Yeah. Yes. I mean, I really mean it. Like, I know it sounds cliche, but I just felt like I knew so much at 25. And I'm not saying I didn't know a lot, but I was fresh out of grad school, and I just thought I knew how the world worked. And I include, like, I thought I knew who I was,
mm-hmm.
And anybody who thinks they're the same person at 45 or 46 that they were at 25 is probably delusional and not very, introspective, because boy, you don't really totally know who you are.
No.
And I don't know who I am. I mean, I don't know that I know who I am now, but I think the outline is more clear.
Sure. What do you hope Robert and Emmit remember about this stage of their lives?
That we had fun, that things were joyful. Yeah, I think just like myself, one of the things that took me time to come to was being grateful. I think it's amazing to me everything that mom and dad gave us in terms of their time. We certainly weren't poor, but we didn't have tons of money. We didn't have all the toys that we currently own.
Yeah.
And that the boys have available to them in terms of, we didn't have a little camper, and we didn't, we had one small boat, not a nice big one that was easy to get the whole family out on and all that other stuff. So what I really want them to come away from their childhood with is first of all, that we love them, that they were surrounded by people that loved them, that we had fun, and that they should be grateful for, most importantly, the time and the people, but also the fact that we have a lot of nice things, and we have the ability to spend a lot of time in the outdoors. Yeah. And more importantly, that, we have a lot of time to spend together.
Yeah. Nice. I totally agree with all of that.
Yeah. I want them to be nice people. And grateful towards others.
Most of the time.
Yeah, well.
Nobody's perfect.
Nobody's perfect.
That's the other important lesson.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anything that a year from now you hope you'll have seen or accomplished, or?
A year from now, huh?
I don't know. Did you make a birthday wish when you blew out the candles last night?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess you shouldn't share that.
No, but let's just say that the wish is, I hope that this level of health and happiness and family and togetherness continues for a long time.
Yeah.
That's what I hope.
Yeah.
Yeah. 47, 48, 58, 78.
90.
Oh my. It's a long time.
Well, I'm going for 100.
Yeah. Well, you'll probably make it. You're going to be an amazing little old lady.
We'll see.
Yeah. I sure hope so.
Yeah. Well, happy birthday.
Thanks for getting up at 4:00 in the morning to do this with me.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
We'll miss you this week.
Yeah. Boise will be fun, though. I'll get to see Nate Weesey, who went to Norway with us last summer. He lives in Boise, so.
Nice.
Yeah, it'll be fun. Be all right. I'll be back. I won't be gone too long. It's kind of.
Yeah. Just a few days. 3
nights. Be back on Thursday.
Right. Okay. I love you.
I love you, too. Are you going to tell them about the socials?
Oh, yeah. You should really have had Robert on this because he does a much better job. And Emmit, it's wild. Emmit sees other logos.
Yeah.
And thinks they're Outdoor Ruhls logos.
Oh, yeah.
Like we'll be going around and he's like, oh, look, Outdoor Ruhls. And, you asked him, they started camp this summer, and this is total tangent, but we were kind of refreshing them on phone numbers and addresses in case somebody asked them.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Right. And I was like, Emmit, what's our address? And he goes, outdoorruhls@gmail.com.
It's very important that you know how to email us. So
anyways, they should be doing this. Yeah. Socials. Our Our email is outdoorrules@gmail.com. Please email us. Don't be shy. I know a lot of you have ideas about fun things to talk about. It doesn't matter who you are. I guarantee you Mike would enjoy talking with you about it.
That's for sure.
And then Outdoor Rules on Instagram and Facebook.
Yep.
Right?
And all the content's on the website, www.outdoorrules.com.
There you go. Okay. I don't know if I'll be host too often based on that performance, but
it was great.
Maybe when he's 47.
Yep.
I'll try again.
We'll come back.
Yeah.
Thanks. Love you too.
Hunting and fishing, the great outdoors, mixing history, laughter, love, and folklore, creating memories with family and friends. These are the trophies that matter in the end. Outdoor Ruhls.